Hi, everybody, it's Don, and I hope you're having a fantastic day while I'm enjoying myself today on the Harmony of the Seas. I saw Greece last night, but the news never stops. And we have some stories where there is some deep cleaning going on a Princess cruise ship for the second time in a row. We have Carnival moving up disembarkation times for their cruise ships. Over 300 different sailings affected now. We also have the story of people in Yokohama Harbor honoring a very tragic event that happened in our cruising history not that long ago, but a lot of people seem to have almost forgotten now. And then again, we have MSC Cruise Ships has just opened up bookings now on their next cruise ship, their next world class cruise ship, the World Asia, which will be sailing in 2026. And you can start booking it starting today. So, on a very recent voyage now, it's now two back to back voyages actually for the Sky Princess. They were in Jamaica, and all guests were asked to disembark their cabins and enjoy their day in Jamaica or be prepared to leave their staterooms when asked to do so by the crew because they have a gastronomical outbreak on board. That usually means norovirus, right? And they did a deep cleaning in Jamaica. Well, apparently they're not too happy with that cleaning so far, and they are now during their next disembarkation, embarkation of passengers, they are doing another deep cleaning as passengers empty out their staterooms before the other passengers get on board. So if you're sailing on the Sky Princess anytime soon, just be aware that this is happening currently on the ship, and it'd be a good idea to do extra washing of your hands while you're on board, just to make sure you don't come down with anything while you're enjoying your cruise vacation. Speaking of cruise vacations, over 300 different sailings through 2025 and 2026 have been adjusted now on three ships for Carnival Cruise Line, two on the East Coast, one on the West Coast. And it's not a big change, it's just disembarkation time will be moved up. In other words, the ship will be leaving port a little faster than normal, about 30 minutes in some cases. A couple times it was an hour, but most cases it's 30 minutes. Now, what is the reasoning for this and how are they doing it? Well, obviously, the faster you can get out to sea, the faster you get on your cruise vacation. Is a simple reason for that, that most passengers would enjoy that. The reason the cruise lines enjoy that is that if you can get out of port easier, that means you have more time to make it to your next destination, which sometimes means you don't, even a half hour can mean you don't need to quite go so fast and you don't need to burn quite as much fuel. Now, the reasoning that is behind most of these embarkation time changes is people are speculating mostly that it's probably due that almost all the ports that are involved in this uh, now have facial recognition. So the disembarkation of passengers is much faster and much smoother than when you have to walk up to an individual every single time and are asked questions and they have to check your passport. You could probably get through five people through facial recognition by the time you go through one customs officer. So it's five times faster, basically, is the quote that's out there, which makes it easier for the cruise lines and makes it easier for passengers as well. Next, let's quickly talk about the MSC World Asia. World America will be setting sail out of Florida in April of this year. A lot of people are really looking forward to that cruise ship. Well, World Asia is the next one on the list, and it is now open for bookings with MSC Cruise Ship Lines. December 11th is the sailing date 2026, but you can book your sailings now. If you want to take a chance that it's not delayed in any reason, but lately there haven't been a lot of announcements of cruise ships being delayed. In fact, the Star of the Seas with Royal Caribbean just announced that they're going to be able to sail earlier than expected, just like they said that for the Icon. So yeah, if you want to book MSC's newest ship, you can get on there and be one of the first passengers on board that world class ship. Next, we have a story about our history that was a big tragic event that happened in cruising and affected basically everybody in the world. But before I get there, let me just invite you to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. You want to keep up to date with everything going on in cruising, from what ships might have an outbreak on board, to the new ships coming online, to the different cabins that you can stay on in cruise ships. I'll try and cover everything here on the channel, keep you as best informed you can, and maybe even save you a little frustration and a little bit of money in the meantime. I hope you'll join us. It doesn't cost anything, but it really does help the channel, and I really do appreciate it. Okay, a recent ceremony was held early February in Yokohama Harbor, where some people came and laid plaques and wreaths down for those who have passed away on the Diamond Princess. Remember, the Diamond Princess was basically the cataclysm of COVID outbreak. It was the focus of everybody's attention at the time because they didn't know what to do. No one knew what to do at the time. It was the first cruise ship to come down with an illness, and they quarantined people on board the ship, 3,500 and some passengers plus crew, and 714 people caught COVID on that ship. 14 of them passed away from the COVID virus on board. They just didn't know what to do. No one knew what to do at this time in our history with the norovirus. Sorry. No one knew at this time in our history what to do with the COVID virus. It was brand new, and it was that this was the main focus of everybody's attention across the world was the Diamond Princess. It's hard to believe that it's 5 years now has gone by, because we all talk about the ramifications, right? Our economies were decimated. People lost their lives. We learned so many things like, old age homes and hospitals and everything, how much we had quickly spread things. The cruise ships redesigned a lot of their filter systems, etc., and new procedures were brought on board cruise ships and places right around the world, all when COVID hit. And now we're still recovering from that to this day. It's still on our minds. People are still catching it, but luckily very few people are happening like what happened on the Diamond Princess way back in 2020. It was a crazy time for everybody across the globe, and remembering the first people affected were on the Diamond Princess. So a little bit of a memorial was laid in Yokohama Harbor last week. So yeah, 5 years, folks, 5 years since COVID, and we're still talking about it today, and hopefully we don't go through something like that again. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you think about earlier disembarkation times at Well, I hope you appreciate this. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you guys think about earlier disembarkation from the cruise ships, like leaving the port sooner? Is that a good thing, a bad thing? I just want to get on the ship and enjoy my vacation. Well, I hope you appreciate this video. You did, please give it a thumbs up. We'll see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world. Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.